Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Aruna.
Namaste. Namaste, Jai Shankar. Welcome to Satsang. Quite a few new faces. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the Zoomers for being present. How are you guys doing? Good. Good. Wow. If you are like this in the beginning of the Satsang, end of the Satsang, you'll be like down. It's good. It's wonderful. Thank you to the Zoomers for being here. So we briefly spoke about, pure intention. I won't go through the thing because there are some newcomers. Please kindly go on the YouTube videos, look at the prerequisites, so you get a little bit of practice about what we are all about. But I'll briefly will try to explain. So we talked about pure intention, which is basically knowing in your heart that freedom is what you want. Freedom from what? From suffering, from, wanting something different than what you are presented with in this lifetime. Because the mind always comes and says, I want something better, I want something sooner, that kind of thing. So not going deep into it, because then my old students will say, oh God, So then we talked about Shraddha and Bhakti, which is complete faith and devotion to your idol, devotion to Ishwara, devotion to God, devotion to that supreme consciousness, Parabrahman, which is beyond all forms. And last we talked about surrender. So today, surrender will go a little bit deep later on, but right now I want to speak a little bit about witnessing. Okay? So why witnessing is so important in the path? Because we have taken so many innumerable lifetimes, and we have all of these experiences of the past lifetimes. And you also have some vasanas, which is impressions from past lifetimes. So anything that you experience, there is a little layer, right, to your soul. So that stays there. That's why I tell my old students, like, if you're going through some trauma, suppose you had a challenge today, and somebody kind of smacked your face, not physically, but, hurt you or something. I tell them you have 3 minutes to get over it. It's actually 3 seconds, but, I'll be nice. 3 minutes. Because why I'm saying is, when you're in the spiritual path, you can do that because after I tell you what we are going to be bringing you to that state of consciousness where you're completely established in the truth, then you become that unshakable reality. Then you can finish it, because then at the time you will be seeing everything as coming into your consciousness for a reason. It's being presented in your life because you need to learn a lesson. And if you don't learn the lesson, it will keep coming back again and again in different aspects of your life. So that's why we want to witness those aspects, because basically what your life is about is like a habitual thing of the past lifetimes, right? Your accumulation of your past lifetimes, whether you believe it or not, that's the truth, that is the Vedantic truth, and all that. So then what happens is so all that is presenting, right, as it was sometime before, saying, why is that I just don't like strawberries, or I love strawberries, how can you not like strawberries, like that. So they're all like vasanas, So, we talk in Vedantic truths, we say raga dvesha. That means no likes and no dislikes. It's a tall order, no? You cannot do this, you cannot do that. How else will you come to perfection? So, raga dvesha also cannot be there. Because see, once you come to the realization, there is only the one. There is only the one self. There is no me, some Ma sitting and giving you a lecture, and there is no you. We are just the one and the same in different manifestations, in different vibrations, right? So, when you're witnessing, the best thing is, are you okay, Chetan, to see you? You want to come to that chair? There's one chair. Okay. So what you have to do is, when you're witnessing, you have to witness from the aspect of your awareness, because your awareness every moment. That doesn't take a break. Your mind will say, oh gosh, I'm already done for the day, and I'm going to be taking a break or something. But awareness is always watching, right? It's always aware. So from that awareness point of view, you have to witness all what's presenting in your mind phenomena at every moment. Okay? And without judgment. Because you have to be very kind to yourself, folks. If you're not kind to yourself, who else is going to be? The gurus will also back you, because they want you to get over this ego. You know what is sitting here in front of me? Like my Swamiji will say, he'll literally keep a stick, and it's like out of the door. When he feels somebody, like kind of just goofing off, and they're kind of looking around to see who else is there or something, he'll say, you there, out. So I can't do that. I'm very nice. So see, we are in America, the gurus are in India, and they can do whatever, because they can go sit in the forest and they can eat some herbs and leaves and they'll be okay. Or somebody will come and give them something. Or they'll just say, oh, today I feel like going for begging. Bhiksha means begging. I'll just go today. And they don't care about the world, because they have come to realize the world is illusory. The only reality is your inner effulgent being, your effulgent light within you. So that's not outside. Yes, the creation is happening, it's beautiful outside, mountains, flowers, we enjoy everything, no problem. But don't be attached to anything. That's what we're trying to drop. So when you're witnessing every aspect of your life. There's habits, right? They say, oh, I had this horrible childhood. And I'm having the trauma still. I feel your pulse, my darlings, Because it's an experience, that trauma doesn't go away. But, so right now, fast forward to 30, 40 or 80 years old. Why are you holding on to it? That's where Guru principle is very important. The physical Guru, the physical Guru principle. I don't even call myself the Guru principle. Floating so that, they can tell you, like, drop this one. Okay, drop this, drop that, you don't need this. No, how can I just keep this one? Then no. It's like that. So witnessing what happens, it gets you to that. But you have to see, the policeman is also you and the thief is also you. So you have to witness your own incapacities and recognize these are my incapacities, which is stopping me from recognizing my true self. What is your true nature? What is your true nature? Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Nirvana Shatakam. You are the embodiment of pure joy, love and consciousness. I am Shiva, I am Shiva. Shiva means not Indian God, it's consciousness. Shiva means consciousness. So when you come to recognize I am Shiva, I am the pure consciousness. That is what is emanating from my being. But this manifestation is just like you change clothes, every day. Every lifetime you have this robe. This time it's this robe. Next time will be something else. But next time, do you want to come back? If you love life and you want to come, I love it. You're shaking your head. You're my girl, Because otherwise, why sit here? Waste everybody's time and my time, Because what I'm saying is, people are very afraid that, oh, she's telling all this, no desires, no expectations, okay? Because what does expectations bring you? Disappointments. You all know that, right? So, no desires, no wants, needs will be taken care of, no problem, okay? So, when you're witnessing, you catch all of this. And what you have to do is press the delete button. You're all in computer world now. So, I'm using the computer verbiage. So, press the delete button. Say, okay, this is not... And then you'll press the delete button. Maybe the same thought will come 300 times. What is your responsibility to keep pressing that 300 times, so that the 301th time or 101th time, it's just gone, it's not there, right? Because you are with awareness wanting to get rid of that nonsense, which is only sabotaging of your mind. So when you get rid of that, when you're witnessing, even you have to do it parallelly, right? So suppose you come and we're going to talk about surrender. And when you're even in the surrender or you're starting your surrender also, you have to keep witnessing. Because the mind and thoughts will be continuously coming and flooding your being and telling you, do this, do that. Oh yeah, you went to Sharada Ma, Satsang, whatever. Now I've finished the Satsang. I did my due diligence. I'm home now and I can just have a party. You cannot do that. Because what I'm saying is, I'm telling you the direct path where we just, Shankaracharya, we just focus on that thing, complete focus, and we'll reach the goal. And what I'm saying is, when you reach the goal, you're not going to say the life is ended. That's when you actually start living life to the fullest. Beautiful, because all of those manifestations will come to you unasked because you have surrendered. We'll come to the surrender a little bit, but when you are witnessing all of this, what happens? The thief is caught, no? When you keep on witnessing and you see, wait a minute, this is coming up. Okay, if it comes up, some thoughts, some situations will come up. It doesn't bother you. Then it's okay, no problem. But it bothers you so much. Then what should you be doing? Would you like to keep something that is so bothersome? Because first of all, the path is a very rare path, no? We are not having 300 people here. In my satsang, so we don't have 300. 92 people came the last day, which is phenomenal. There's no place in the big hall, But what happens is, when you slowly, by witnessing and dropping, you recognize, wait a minute, there's something vast within me that is guiding me, that awareness within me that's guiding me to drop all of this nonsense. Because there is because your inner knowing, because you're going inside and doing like dissecting, no, I don't need to keep this, I know no need to keep that. And as you drop and drop, then your effulgence will come to light, and from your effulgence you will be guided. Okay, does that make sense? Can you witness? Because you have to witness with so much of dropping the judgment on yourself. Because you'll have say, oh, this, like we were talking about last time, your parents will say, oh, well, aren't you going to get married? There was a beautiful lady, young lady, who came to the satsang. And she started sobbing, As soon as she came to me, she was already sobbing when the talking was happening. And she was sitting right there. And she was Indian. And she came to me and said, Amma, I just love you. And you just have to do something. I said, so where is your sadness coming from? Indian background and all that. She said, my parents want me to get married. I said, why? She just looked at me like that, So why? Because there's already everything is preordained, in the sense, not in the spiritual way, but it's set up. The whole phenomena of the universe is set up for your failure. I mean, think about it. All of this superstitions, the concepts, everything is set up. Could make you unhappy. Because then, if you're a woman, you'll start saying, like, see, I couldn't bring a man home, or I couldn't keep one. like last time, dear Alice shared with us, with so much of courage. Let them go. Give them also the freedom, okay? If they cannot get along with you, bye-bye. So I was telling, when she said like that, oh, okay. And somebody else was saying, and then, what's your name again? Desiree, right. I'm glad you're back, because I missed you last time. There was another lady who was, Lania, was your friend, no? Chetan. Ilana, correct. Ilana, my God, you both look like twins. And I called her, are you Desiree? And she says, I'm Ilana. So, okay. So Desiree was saying about her therapy things and everything, and she said she feels like, at what cost I work so hard. And I said, like, how many sessions do you do? She said 20, if you don't mind me sharing. She said 20. And I said, too much. I said, cut it to 10 and 5 and whatever. And I said, why do you have to earn money? And she says, oh, for my partner. And I said, the partner can fend for himself. And he's not even here today. I'm so sorry. Because what happens is, only the truth can be spoken. Anandamayi Ma, have anybody heard about Anandamayi Ma? She's a radical truth. She just cuts down all the BS, She will not speak anything to support you. Or No, she will just, this one also speaks and asks about your family and all. All that will be done, no problem. But why are we sitting here? For the truth, no? Even one moment cannot be wasted. Suppose tomorrow this body doesn't come. If I don't give you the whole truth today, miss the chance. So you have to focus and see what is that I really need, like for Desiree and for everybody else, and how much do I need? Really, actually, you need very little. Say for your family, for yourself. Suppose you are single, you need very little. I'm single right now. So very little you need, because your needs and your wants and your desires completely dissolve into that one consciousness. Okay, so you know about the witnessing. I don't have to go any further. So you have to witness every moment what comes up. So how do you come to Sharanagati, which is complete surrender? So I want to read a paragraph of my Swamiji, Ishwarananda Giriji Maharaj. He just gives it like, it just comes up for me. Because this one doesn't prepare anything, right? I'm just looking at his things or whatever, listening to music, and this one just popped up. And he says, because what we are trying to say in the Acharya Shankara's, compositions and everything, the divine knowledge is you have to be connected with Ishwara. You have to be connected with the divine consciousness, whether you see it in form or whether you can directly go to the formless. Because all forms dissolve into the formless only, right? One day you have to give up the form, because this one, I like Arunachala, I like the mountain, I love Shiva. But when I'm feeling the presence, there is no form. It's only the essence of the universe that is felt in the heart of the sadhaka. So how do we get there? Because so he describes so beautifully in this thing that how to be to be connected with Ishwara and to be established in the truth, so that, and how you come to the surrender. And this has literally happened to this one. You have to feel and understand the umbilical cord joining you to him. Okay, to him meaning Ishwara, to the Parabrahman, to the consciousness he's talking about. The master of the universe is very much there with you. Please remember this. The master of the universe, whatever form you see him or her or whatever, this whole universe is created by that essence. So he's talking about that essence. My wonderful phone keeps going off. The one who destroys all of your sorrows is there with you at every point. At that point, see, when you have connected with that supreme reality, and at that point, you know there is a connection, there's an intimacy, that you can simply give up all your responsibility and be with that presence in your life. Then a madness takes over. And that madness is surrender. That madness is Sharanagati. So a madness takes possession of you. That madness is called Sharanagati, which means surrender. And this is the ultimate sentence. That madness is Parabakti. What's Parabakti? Is supreme devotion. Supreme devotion to that idol, to that consciousness that we call God within us. Doable? That's all it is, folks. You just have to be connected. The reason, see, there's Swadhyaya. Somebody asked me about Swadhyaya, Dharana, and everything. Dhyana, Dharana, Nididhasana. All of that, it's okay. You understand it, you just drop it. This is the direct path, no? You just directly come to the complete samadhi. You can't expect samadhi in a few sessions and all that, no? So you just slowly come to the first Sharanagati, which is complete surrender in that reality within you. Because see, your capacities may be multidimensional, you may be very good, but it's only mediocre. Your capacities right now at any time is only mediocre. But when you connect with that unlimited reality, you become extraordinary. Even extraordinary, I made fun because one sadhaka one time, many times they've told me, Ma, you're just extraordinary. So I told them, I know, I'm extraordinary. I'm so ordinary that I'm extraordinary. So what happens is when you surrender everything, see, you know that everything is taken care of by that divine reality within you. Then is there anything you need to do? So the doership has to be chopped. Doership has to go. Because till the day you die, the doing happens. Because you will say, oh ma, what do you mean doership has to drop? I have to go to work. I have to bring home the money. I have to do my yoga class. I have to do this. All that is going to happen. Okay, but it's not going to happen and flow so beautifully unless you have dropped your ego positionality and you drop the mind which is sabotaging you every moment. And you're bringing in the divine consciousness. You sustain me, you support me, and you guide me. I don't need this mind going blah, blah, blah. Makes sense? See, it's like a very difficult to swallow saying that I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. But that's the freaking truth. Unfortunately. Fortunately, actually. Because the moment you come to that aspect of consciousness where you're saying, I'm in Sharanagati, I've dedicated my entire life to you, and simply sit and see. See what happens. See, this one, everybody knows my old students, but for the newcomers, I went through so many surgeries, and I was thinking, what's happening? I'm so young. I was when I got married and came to the US, which of course I didn't want to get married, but it happened, Prarabdha karma, whatever. Preordination is set up, everything. And so I started getting all very young. I started going through all these major surgeries, and I'm saying like, oh my God, And I had already was in the path. I was very kind of attracted to this path of, serene bliss and whatever. So I was just wondering. But in retrospect, not to bore you with my story, but retrospect, when I think of it now, how is this one sitting here? See, the reason I'm going to personal thing is because to make you understand this is possible. If it's possible for this one, it's possible for all of you sitting here. It is not impossible. But what you have to understand is this very simple knowledge. 1, 2, 3. If you understand that, you'll come faster to the path. And once you come faster to the path and you've eliminated your ego mind trying to sabotage you every moment or every day, whatever, then what is guiding and supporting you? There's a constant guidance. It's so beautiful, so supportive, not like trashing you all the time. The ego mind will tell you what, look at you, you didn't get married yet. All this stuff. Look at you, how you look, that poor girl who came, says so. I said, I'll give you full permission, don't listen to your parents. Going back to her. She was so beautiful, and she was not exactly in the, body or shape or whatever the parents wanted, but who cares? I told her, you know what, today you're come here for a reason. So get this lesson straight that you don't listen to your parents. You just connect yourself with Arunachala. You're here, right? She said, I came from Bangalore or something. And she said, and then one of her friends, actually how she came, she was Indian, but one of her friends from Spain had brought her. And that lady from Spain, like she had all the mascara coming down and she was just like, pfft. So I told her, like, go sit there, and just sit there and don't leave the room, still you're processing something, so just sit there, like that. So I told her, just every time your parents push you, remember this one, okay? I said, just don't bother about marriage and all. Are you interested in the path? She says, Theriyadu. She said, I don't know much about this. So I said, I'm just giving you, planting some seeds, but just go to the temple, whatever, basics I told. So, whatever comes from the world, you will know that awareness, oh, this is coming so that I need to be supported. You will just know. But at that point you will know is when you are completely surrendered. That your little mind is not coming and telling, oh, this is nice. How can you say no to this? So many times it has happened. So how can you say no to this, and then you fall short and then you deviate from the path? Finished. Another 30 years goes by. What can I do? I'm not going to be here for 30 years. See my point? So your Sharanagati is so important that once you come to the Sharanagati, it's a direct path. It's a direct path, folks. Because you have to remember you're only surrendering to that one which has created you, which has manifested you, everything. Not your insufficient, insignificant manifestation like this one. Tomorrow this will get dirty, I'll put it for wash. Just like that, we're being born. Yes, of course, they say the body is a magnificent being, okay? But where does the body, simple, right? Many of people here say that the body is amazing. Where does the body get its electricity and energy from? When the soul leaves, the prana goes from the body. What happens to the body? See what I'm saying? So don't be attached to the body. Yes, you'll do your yoga, you'll do your exercises, you'll go for a walk. All that, I'm not saying stop. I'm not saying come and sit in the mountain and do nothing. I'm not saying that. But when you have surrendered, simply you will get up. Like I've said this so many times. I used to not eat properly because I was in the deep state. And even yesterday I was in the deep state and I said, I don't want to really speak. I don't feel like speaking. So what is speaking today? So, what was I going to tell? I don't know. So what was speaking, right? So when you surrender, that's what happens. I told Arunachala, you take care. It's your show anyways. You've been doing it from day one. We're going to be around 11 years now on Grace's birthday. April 2nd will be 11 years. So far this body has been, I never in a million years thought we'll be doing this. I used to be so soft-spoken. Couldn't speak to anybody in public or anything like that, right? So my students, when I first shared with them, and they said, yeah, right, sure. They couldn't believe me. I said, that's the truth, So when you are completely surrendered, whatever is the highest and best for you will happen. But you will have to let go of your little self. So the Swadhyaya she was asking is introspection of your little self. So there's two selves, right? One little self, your name, form, your manifestation, and the higher self, which is the awareness within you, guiding you at every moment. Why do the great masters say drop the self? Drop the little self, drop the little self. I means there's one small I and there's a big I, Ramana Maharshi. When you drop the small I, then the big I alone stays and starts supporting and guiding you. See, like in India in those days, now everything is, when a person dies, everything in the gas chambers, even in India. But originally, the youngest son, if they have a son, like the father dies, the son, they go to the crematorium, right? And the poor guy, he holds the little stick with the flame to go, to light the pyre, where the body is with all, some of them rich people put sandalwood, some put regular wood, whatever. So he goes and lights the pyre. When the pyre gets lit, can he take back that stick? It's on fire. So he just throws it. Right? He just throws it. That is your little self. Throw it in the burning fire of Ishwara, and then emanates your beautiful self, your true self. That emanates your true self. Then you'll be saying, what is this effulgence that I couldn't see all this time? And here I am just recognizing that, this is my natural state. Satchidananda. This is my natural state. I am Satchidananda, which is truth, love and consciousness. See, whether you like it or not also, you are that only. Whether you like it or not, you are that only, this moment, every moment. But when you come to the awareness of knowing that is the truth, then there establishes this electricity flowing, no? Then suddenly the body drops, not physically, but you come to recognize I am not this body. This incapacitated body, what can it do? One time knee pain, one time this pain, that pain, all the pains come after a certain age when you become ancient. So what is that you can say your body? But when you have realized the truth and you come to that complete surrender, even at that time, something will propel you to do his work. Why did this one pick up, like, I used to always say, take a Kleenex, and, he said, yeah, you're going to sit here, and like, literally I was the Kleenex. And he put me there in the thing and said, okay, now you talk. I'm saying, oh, what, Shambho, like, I really don't want to do this. And yet it was happening, no? For the newcomers, welcome, a lot of Zoomers, newcomers who have come today. I really appreciate it. I saw the registration and I appreciate it so much because it takes only one time, one association to get the fire going. So David came on the last day, if I may share. He came on the last day of Satsang. I don't know how he landed up there, only on the last day, with some beautiful women around. They were just amazing. They were like, there was no place. So poor Chris went like in the corner somewhere. I said, where's Chris? Like 92 people, where's Chris? And he's like in the corner there. And he said, yeah, sit down. So all of the ladies, and he was there, and he was like, he was just like so bright. And I kept looking at him because, there's a connection, right? The immediate, if there's no receiving end, what can this flow? Cannot talk at all. So this fellow was just receiving it like anything, and so I spoke. And then he came and said some nice things. We have the love line, and which we'll have today also. At the end of it, you can come and meet me personally. And he came for the love line, and then he went. And I looked at Chris and I said, that person in the black who's standing at the door going to exit, but he wanted to exit, but he didn't. I was kind of saw him at the side of my thing. I said, call him for the retreat, right? Because the retreat was like really, really, not to go off the thing subject, but I wanted to share this with you, how the magic happens. So the retreat, I select the people. See, we have retreats here because I know our students in San Diego for like 10 years, and some of them 5, 6, whatever. So they're tuned into the process, they're completely committed, whatever. But the newcomers who come to Tiruvannamalai, India, I don't know who they are, right? The first time they're coming and sitting, and some of them sat for the whole month, some of them came in the middle, but I could just see their radiant faces. I could just see them like just simply glow, and like many of the big guys would come and said, yeah. They would come literally like this. Oh, this Indian lady, what is she going to talk? That my friend told me, like, go and see that Ma, so I'm here. Literally it'll be like this. I said, oh, darling, you have some issues, So then, literally, he'll say, after a few words, whatever this one spoke, I have no idea. He'll do like this, like this. And then, not David, but I'm saying like that person, he'll come. And, and it's just like tears, This one time, he was almost like 6.5 feet. It was this guy with a ponytail and big guy, One of my friends says, Ma, like, how do you get all these burly guys to come and like cry on your shoulders? I said, I don't know. That's my friend saying, So this guy came and he was just like Sharanagati, and I got up and he looked at me, he says, you just trashed my ego today. And I thought I knew it all. I thought, I was a spiritual aspirant. I did this, been there, done that, and you just try, and you did it so beautifully with such, sympathy and love and everything. And I said, oh, okay, okay, dear, That's all it takes, because he's been in the path for so many years, and, and thought he had already gotten it, Shankaracharya, So direct path to total freedom. Okay, any questions on the Sharanagati? Real quickly. So, yeah, just going back to David's thing, So he came, I told him, invite him for the retreat, and of course all the other ladies were kind of spending a lot of time because they were wondering like, what invitation to given for him and not for us? And they kept saying, Ma, we love you, and all. And they were really amazing. I could have invited all of them, but then I didn't want to have a satsang. I want to have a retreat, A retreat is like 35 people, and we had like 47. I'm going, are you guys comfortable? And they were all in front of Arunachala, on the floor. And I'm going, okay. So he came, and he was like, he was just gone for 2 days. Then he came and he says, okay, I'm just going to have, he said, I'm from California. I said, where? He said, Sausalito. I said, get out of here. I'm from Dublin. And he said, what? So that's how this whole satsang started. He said, I'm going to set up a satsang. I said, we shall see, and then of course, my firecracker Tina sitting there. She set up the whole thing because he was not available, and so here you guys are. So please come, because what happens in the first satsang, you will have to go home, assimilate the whole thing. Even for the newcomers and the Zoom, go assimilate, simply sit with it and simply look at the truth, what has been spoken here. Does this resonate with me? And then keep coming at least for 4 to 5 in a row, so then you will get it and you will not go back. Okay. So, and of course he said a lot of beautiful things, which, I appreciated. So, any questions before we go into the transmission? Thank you. Hi, Desiree. Nice to have you back.
It's lovely to be here. I was looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Tina and
you.
David. Thank you, Chris. I guess this is my little mind working, trying not to let go.
Mm-hmm.
In my practice as a therapist, I work with the body, somatic practices, and it's just interesting to watch myself resist this idea of I am not the body. And I guess, I don't know, I'm thinking of how to hold it in this sense of both and.
Right.
Before I can bypass the body, kind of appreciating it.
Yeah. Can you say something? I'm not telling you don't appreciate the body. I'm not telling you to bypass the body. I'm just telling you to recognize within you that you're not the whole thing. The whole thing, whole self is not just the body or the mind. It's far beyond. So you can still do your therapy and you can do what you have learned. The inner recognition saying that something is flowing within me, okay, which is bringing this body to health. What is that thing that is flowing within me that is bringing this person to make it healthy? That magic within you, which is conducting your body to give some healing to the other body, is that effulgence within you. Without that effulgence, you cannot be working. You cannot be doing nothing. Simply think about it. See what I'm saying? So there drops the question of, I'm not telling you to negate the body. This one has to take care of this body. Oh yeah, buy this organic, that organic, if I eat something else, no, it doesn't, So you have to just work with the body. I'm not saying everything what we've spoken here is an inner renunciation. Internally you simply feel that. And so what happens is when you start believing it, now you're saying like, body, okay, you're talking about the body, I'm talking about spirit. But still, doesn't this body has to get ready and come here to do this? So what is flowing within the body to give? It is that Ishwara only, not the physical body called Sharada Ma. There is something inside that which is flowing at such a potency, and whatever it is, like high potency, low potency, I don't care. I told Shambhu, like whatever you want to speak, right? So that happens. And the same way, if you start letting go within you, it's more of like, I was just telling you, when you're doing something yourself, it's very mediocre. When you're doing it with connecting with the infinite power, you become like extraordinary. You become like stupendous. And the energy flowing from you, your clients will say, oh, what did you do today, Desiree? I mean, like, I'm feeling like phenomenal, right? Because of the simple understanding that I'm much more than this body called Desiree. In this lifetime, I'm here. But beyond, within that body, who am I? I am this effulgent reality. So imagine if everybody here starts feeling that and knowing that and experiencing that, what will happen? Just think about it. I'll just come here and sit and say, Paramanandam, beautiful, don't have to do anything, and simply the silence speaks by itself. Thank you so much. Did you get your answer?
I did. I have like a part 2.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Oh, part 2, okay. The mind always has part 2 and part 3s.
And 4s and 5s.
Absolutely. I welcome it. No problem.
I'm thinking about desire in
Yeah.
the body.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that desire can be turned towards desire for God?
For God. That's the only desire we allow. You can have the desire for enlightenment, for freedom, for God, for loving God. That's the only desire we allow, unfortunately. No other desires. Because it's simply the truth. Once you start going into desires, there's going to be an expectation for the desire to be fulfilled. It ain't going to be fulfilled because it's not your prarabdha karma. Okay? According to your karma, preordination and all that. So if that's not going to be fulfilled, then you're going to be so sad. Oh, I worked all my life for this, and here I am sitting, nothing happening. You know, like Ileana was telling, like nothing is happening. She explained a lot of things, and she says, I said, oh, that's great. And she says, no, I'm just saying that all of this is not happening. I said, oh, okay. So I sent actually, one of the students had this problem. I don't know if I can pull it up. She had an issue with, like nothing is happening. I'm the same. Yeah, I think I got it. I'm the same, blah, 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 right? So I got this quote, and she says, I'm doing my tapasya, I'm doing everything as you have said, and she's been with me for a few years, and she takes the privates and all that. And yet, she said, no, nothing is happening, Ma, She has some physical things. Anyway, so I sent her a thing, and I'm sure she's here in the thing. Do not be disturbed by delays in life. Do not be disturbed by delays in life. What is truly meant for you is being prepared in silence. Trust the timing. So this is where, our mind comes in, and we do not trust the timing. We do not trust the timing. We just are too anxious now to come to that state of whatever we want, our wants and our desires and our needs. We said, oh, we want this so fast. What is the point? Take your time, be patient with it, and you see yourself, your life just blooming like this lotus. Just because you gave up that little desire, just because you gave up that little want. And then you're wondering, oh, well, how come I'm so peaceful now? Then comes contentment. So we can go on. But, my students are saying like old students. Anyway, any other questions? So does that make sense, Desiree? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So we are going to play a chant, which is Rudra Ashtakam. Rudra Ashtakam, basically, it's a composition by Tulsidas about Shiva. Shiva is consciousness. There are two, Shiva, Shambhu and Shankara. Shankara is the one with, you have Parvati, he has a wife, he has 2 children, Ganesha and Subramanya and all that. That is the form, and people pray to Ganesha, they pray to Subramanya. But we are talking about the formless Parabrahman, which is Shiva, the consciousness. So he talks about how compassionate Shiva is. All that he does is comes and destroys your ignorance. Destroys your ignorance and brings you to the... last year we have played a bhajan, Taranahar. Taranahar means the one who takes you from samsara, the sorrows of samsara, and delivers you to full freedom is Taranahar. That is Shiva. So, and then of course he goes into the description of Shiva. All of you know, like he's the one where the beautiful Ganga flows from his locks, and the crown, the moon is on his head, and he has a snake around his neck. And there are several meanings for the snake, because snake is for alertness. So that's one meaning. And also the snakes in that thing, Vasuki the snake wanted Sharanagati. He said, wherever I go, the hawks are coming and getting my whole clan. I'm just tired of this, because he was the head of the snake. So he said, Sharanagati Shambhu, just do something. I just want to be at your lotus feet. He just did this. He said, come, hang around my neck. You can be Sharanagati at my neck as my abhushan, means as my ornament. So that is just the description of Shiva. And so he talks, the Rudraksham is very beautiful. I just found this. It's very calming. And we'll just listen to it for a few minutes, then we'll go into the transmission. So he will talk to you about the transmission, but before I go deep, and I may not be able to speak afterwards, please pay attention. After the transmission, you will be in an altered space. Okay, so please try not to speak, because you can always be visiting with your friends. But this is very, very important, even for those who are Zooming. Please do not start talking with your spouse or your partner or anything. Try to hold that silence. And of course, drink a lot of water, because every chakra is being cleansed. I don't want to go into it's not like healing, but it's just a transmission, but naturally happens, because also remember, it is the fire element. It's from Arunachala directly. I'm not doing anything. Disclaimer. you know. So I have no idea. One time somebody said, "Ma, can you kind of tone it down a little bit?" I said, I have no clue. I have no control over toning it down or increasing it to something. He just flows however. So depending on all of you, what you each one need, it'll just flow according to that. So please be very understanding about, what you're receiving. Okay, it's not an everyday thing, humbly speaking, no. So because it's Arunachala's grace, so sit comfortably and receive it. And after that, just make sure you drink a lot of water when you go home, and rest. Just go home and just lie down. Okay, that is the best way you can integrate the energy. And while it's clearing, you have to drink. The reason I'm telling you to drink water, everybody, even in the Zooms, that you will be going through the bathroom a lot, like just peeing, because everything is being released, and when you drink water, it comes out. Otherwise, you'll get a little slight temperature if you don't drink enough. Okay, thank you so much. Jai Shankar. Thanks for your patience. Sit comfortably. Take in a deep breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything that does not serve you. Take in a deep breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping even further, dropping all of your desires, expectations. One last time, deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything, letting go of your name and form, and just being, not being this or that, just being, taking a little mini vacation for this 1 hour. Thank you. Slowly come out. Do not open your eyes yet. Take in a gentle breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything that was released, letting go. Take in a gentle breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything that does not serve you. One last time, deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love, and exhale. Dropping everything and just being in that altered state even though we are coming out, and maintaining the silence within. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. How are you all doing? Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here, to all the Zoomers as well. Appreciate giving your time for your own evolving. What is so important, what is more important than that, no? To find out who you are, and then from that realization you can conduct your entire life however, because it will flow according to your highest and best for you, because it's been guided by Ishwara, that divinity, that effulgent reality, light that is within you. That will be conducting your life, not the ego positionality. So dropping your name and form, inner renunciation, that's important. Thank you so much. And there is, I think next year Gracie cannot host, so we are planning to host it at my little kutir. You're all very welcome, and here Krishna will tell you more about it. Thank you so much for coming. Jai Shankar, Jai Shankar. Thank you to the Sumas. Thank you.
So we just had the Infinite Grace transmission, and you might have felt something, you might not have. Regardless, the energy was transmitted, and so you may notice a delay, so you may feel this over the next few days. So please be gentle with yourself, drink lots of water, eat plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables, and take care of yourself. And like Ma said, our next satsang will be on April 11th. Thank you for joining us.